So this is more so going to be like a thoughts video of like the past 3 or so chapters of Tokyo Ghoul, not really necessarily a review. I mean, there will be some little critiques here or there, but for the most part, the past few chapters have mainly been that Tsukiyama Shu is back, and just, his obsession is at an all-time high for Ken Kaneki. And one of the things that these chapters definitely made me look at and realize as far as Shu's character and his mindset is, he doesn't understand one major thing that a lot of people don't understand. Ken Kaneki and Haise Sasaki are not the same person. They're not. I mean, granted, they have the same body, they look the same, but Ken Kaneki is a different person. Sasaki Haise, like Ken Kaneki is a tragic motherfucker. He was a bookworm, this, that, and third. And granted, they share some similarities, but when he's coming in trying to trick him, for example, like, oh, I know everything about him, so I'm going to play it off. You can see that there's slight differences. Like Ken Kaneki, that author, he used to be like, oh, I love this, oh my gosh. Sasaki's like, I don't know, I like them, but they're a little too tragic for me, which I think it could be symbolism at the end of the day that Ken Kaneki had a tragic ending. Sasaki Haise might not have such a tragic ending. Maybe he'll have a happy ending. Maybe finally they'll come to an understanding of some peace with ghouls and humanity, or maybe he'll move completely out of Tokyo and not deal with it. So I think that could definitely be some foreshadowing that Sasaki might not have the same horrible, sad ending that Ken Kaneki had. But either way, going back to Tsukiyama, he's trying to do something that, I don't know at this particular point if anything, regardless of what, is going to trigger memories back, because I think it's a little bit more deeper than just, oh, amnesia, because he's already become a whole different person. Maybe there could be some sort of fusion of the two, both of them becoming a whole different person with both mindsets, but no matter what Tsukiyama does, I don't think that it's going to make him go back. And I think that Sui Ishida at this particular point has thrown out the notion, and he's shown time and time again, they're just different people in general. Like, maybe Ken Kaneki could come back at some given point, but it's not going to be like a memory reverse, and, he's just going to, oh my gosh, it's going to have to be something where Sasaki accepts, okay, Ken Kaneki, you can take this body, I'm done, or, I physically can't do it anymore, you have to. Again, not necessarily on the, scientific side of Yugi and Yami. I think it's a little bit more realistic than that, but at the same time a little bit more deep and complex. I know it sounds weird or whatever. So all of Tsukiyama's efforts, I think, are kind of in vain right now, to be honest with you. And honestly, I would have liked to see a little bit more of a major return for him, a little bit more impactful, because right now in the past 3 chapters, it was like, oh, I'm so excited and stuff like that. And he immediately runs up to Sasaki out in the open and is like, Sasaki don't remember him. And it would have been more cool, like, if kind of how when Serpent first showed up, Nishio, and Ken Kaneki kind of snapped back for a second, like, he came back to his mind and whatnot. I think it would have been more impactful that way. But also, I think Tsukiyama kind of, to a certain degree, overestimates how important he was to Kaneki. I think to him, Kaneki is everything, and, the journeys and the adventures and the time that they spent together. But to Kaneki, it was just like, yeah, that's Tsukiyama, he's very fucking weird, I don't trust him, but it's not that big to him. So if anything's going to revert him back to Ken Kaneki at all, it's going to be something very important to him. And I think Hide, if Hide is indeed truly alive still, it'll be him that'll snap him back. I mean, his best friend that, he went through hell with or whatnot, it would be him if he is indeed alive, because we still don't know 100% that he wasn't eaten. All we've seen is like little glimpses here or there in the book and whatnot, but we don't know if Hide is alive. But I think that would be, because if the mask didn't do it, and the mask was a big thing, if Toka didn't do it, which, they had the romance going on, if pretty much seeing a recreation of Anteiku didn't do it, Tsukiyama's not doing it. But granted, again, it's kind of a little bit of a exception when Nishio kind of did it, but that was like one of the first big exposures he had to his previous life, so maybe that's why initially it jogged him, but then it kind of went back. And again, there's a separation between the two people. And overall, these past few chapters, they've been alright. I would definitely say that the pacing is kind of a bit slow. That weird interrogator motherfucker, what he did is like, on a shock value level, I was like, dude is torturing somebody, and like, let's put it up on YouTube, like, let's upload it to ForneverWorld's channel. Like, no, motherfucker. So I wouldn't be surprised if pretty soon he gets thrown off the force, or if his methods work very well and they actually capture the entire Tsukiyama family, they might promote the motherfucker. Like, his tactics are crazy and they're out there and they're kind of weird to the public, but it's working. So who the fuck knows? This could be a hit or miss with him. He could lose his job or he could go up in the ranks. And to be honest with you, again, past 3 chapters, it's been cool to see Tsukiyama back. Pacing's kind of been slow, but overall it's still been very enjoyable. And again, I think the big misconception that Tsukiyama has right now is that that's Ken Kaneki, when it's not. That's Sasaki Haise. It looks the same body, same DNA, 2 different mindsets, and just seeing somebody and talking to somebody and trying to trick them isn't going to bring it back. It's going to take a lot more than that. Again, maybe Haise, and that's a stretch. Let me know what you guys thought of the past few chapters of Tokyo Ghoul. What do you think about Shu's return to sanity? Do you think that it's kind of been a little bit weird? He's like, I want to spend alone time with Kaneki. I'm like, bro, chillax. And what do you think, if anything, would snap him back to his mind or snap him to Ken Kaneki taking over? Will it be something dramatic like, you know, Hinami being decapitated or something, or seeing Haise alive when he thought that he ate him? Like, what will be the reason that he will turn back and say, okay, Sasaki, get the fuck out the driver's seat, it's my turn? Any thoughts of the past few chapters? I mean, again, seeing Eto was pretty cool, and seeing that she's like very depressed, it kind of makes you wonder about her personality. Maybe her relationship with her father is a big factor in her head, or society. Like, the book clearly is a representation of her venting about her depressions and everything, so it's only a matter of time till we get more Eto, and I can't wait. That's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.